All right, welcome. This is the January 23rd, 2025, 8:30 a.m. Reading Room 4 of the North Carver Water District, posted in accordance with the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20B. I'm going to open the meeting up with thanking Area 58 for recording our meeting tonight, and that'll be available on Area 58 public access channel. Public comment. No one's here. First thing I want to say is I'm sorry we didn't have a meeting last night. I didn't get the agenda in on time for Friday because Monday was a holiday, so that's my fault, and I apologize for that. The next meeting, we will have a resident coming in for an abatement for his water bills, discussion with that. First order of business is bills payable. And the first one is Verizon for $431.64.
Make a motion.
Second it. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Next one is for our secretary, Susan Hannon, and that's for $75.
Make a motion to accept.
Seconded. Further discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, next one is overhead door of southeastern Massachusetts. That is to repair the door that was damaged prior to me taking over, and that was for $3,750.
Make a motion to accept.
Discussion. Just want to let everyone know it was repaired, and they did suggest putting a like a brush around the outside. It would help keep mice out, but what I found is if we pull the garage down super tight, the gap is gone, so there is no other gap because the way the concrete is out there for it. So I don't think we need that.
Came out nice.
It came out nice, yeah. They replaced I think 8 slats and the base, and then they decided to drive away with our sensor for the alarm system. I had to call them back because I couldn't set the alarm and couldn't leave. So they came back and did that, and everything's working well.
Okay.
So you have a motion. I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Next one is F&M generator for $425.
Make a motion.
All right. I'll second. Discussion. Just want to let you know they did a service yesterday, the other day. Not yesterday, day before, where they went ahead and they did a new battery for it, and then he went to take a look at the inside and found out that the display for it inside needs to be replaced. It's very difficult to read it, and he's having a hard time navigating it. So he said the next time they do a service, they're going to give us a price for it and let us know how much that will cost.
Okay.
So motion was made, seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, so the total, right up, so, one other thing. I had to replace the lock. It came out to $30.78. Paid for that out of pocket, so I'll entertain a motion. Actually, you know what, I can't vote on this because it's mine.
Yeah.
So we have to wait. We'll wait on that one. Found out I have to fill out a W-9 form for the town in order to get payment for this. So if there's anything else that we all pay for that, then we have to fill that form out.
Okay.
All right, so the total today is $4,681.64.
Make a motion to accept.
All right, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, wanna sign?
$4,681
$0.84.
I don't have my glasses, I'm sorry.
4,681 and 64 cents.
64 cents.
Good, okay.
Not a bad.
All right, you wanna sign
Doesn't matter where.
anywhere, I guess, can I use your pen? Thanks. There you go, here's my scratch, that's done. All right, next on the bill are the minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes for January 9th, 2025 meeting.
Excellent, I'll second it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that's done. The RDA discussion, the RDA's called me in a couple of times to talk about the North Carver Water District and how it's going. And I just tell them what we're doing and how we're doing it, what my plans, what I'd like to see to go on with it. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But if you want to attend, please do.
RDA?
The RDA, Redevelopment Authority.
Yep.
They're interested because they're in charge of the urban renewal plan, and they want to make sure commercial development's being taken care of, and they're supposed to help facilitate it. So they don't have a whole lot of money in their coffers, but needless to say, they want us to see this going forward, the water system. All right, discussion RFP for distribution operator. It's going on. Tomorrow I have a meeting and site visit with anybody that's interested tomorrow morning here at 9 in the morning, and then we're gonna go over to the plant so they can look at the plant. I had a couple of people reach out to me, and one saying they're just not interested, and the other one was asking questions. I really didn't have any answers for them because I don't know no particulars of the plant. All right, so that's what's going on with that. Discussion of inspection and evaluation of the water plant, that RFP went out. So, again, with that one, we'll be having a meeting and a site visit too. So I expect we'll have people for that. All right, so my fingers are crossed for tomorrow. Water bill abatement form. I saw on the website there was an abatement form, and then when I started looking for it, I couldn't find it. So I created an abatement form using another town's. It's pretty simple. It has all the basic information of the people, and then our discussion of the reason why we abated their form.
Okay.
And it just has our signatures.
It's not on there now?
I can't find it.
Huh. Did you check with Jill? Or-
I did, she couldn't find it either.
Okay.
And I know I downloaded it at some point, but I can't find it in my computer. So,
That's strange, because it was on the website.
it was. I know it was.
Because they made it that they could basically fill it out and just submit it through the website.
Website, yeah, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is, so.
I'll check with,
I'm not sure if it's the, what do you call it? Because when I sent an email to
abatement form.
the finance office, Kathy Kay, she said she'd make one up for us there. And I'm like, I know we have one,
Yeah, let me check with IT and then
so,
the one that does the websites.
yeah. All right, so we'll wait on that one.
Okay.
Okay, but the two people that we did abate, we need the form filled out
Okay.
before we can do anything, so.
Well, can we just provide that form to them?
We can,
ball
like I
rolling?
said, as long as we approve it for now.
Yeah, I mean-
And then we can change it.
Yeah, I'll make approval to use this in the interim.
I'll second that. All right.
All in favor?
Say aye.
Aye.
All right, so I'll fill this out for the two people we already did.
Yeah.
And we'll cover ourselves with that and get this up to finance so it can
that
be
way-
abated. Yeah.
Get it off our
Yep.
desk.
All right. So, new development. I got a call from a gentleman named Constantine.
Constantine?
Constantine, and that's where these papers come in, exactly, yeah. He owns the property behind Noria Gas, the old, Vinnie Nacera property. And that's the first one here that you see, it's property A.
Oh, okay.
All right, it's that big lot there. Behind Noria is B, mobile station,
Okay.
and they're on North Carver Water.
That's the honeydew and the.
Honeydew, Noria, and mobile station there.
Okay.
So talking to him, he's got two projects. First one is a commercial project or a residential one. But the kicker is the two of them, he's asking for 30,000 gallons of water. So 30,000 gallons of water, you think residential, that's a pretty good size
That's a development
development, correct.
or housing.
So, I would be surprised if a commercial venture was gonna have that much water, depending on really what they're gonna do. So, the other issue with is, he stated he already paid a betterment fee to the North Carver Water District.
We have a
Huh?
Do we have any paperwork on that?
Well, see, that's the issue here. So, I had in your file here the DOR audit,
Yep.
and I went through the DOR audit, and lo and behold, it says we collected $300,000 in betterments that was utilized for the plant.
Okay.
So,
Was this property subdivided when this Noria went in?
it was, so it would have to be, he would have paid that betterment fee before Noria was there.
Right.
So he would have paid it for the whole property,
Okay.
not just Noria, but the whole property.
He didn't say when he subdivided, did he?
No, no. So I did send a message to finance to find out if they actually paid a betterment.
Right.
And it did include everything, just to cover ourselves. But if he's looking for that amount of water, and we know how much water we were putting out with just the residents and the existing customers, we now have, if you go to the next page over here, Route 44 Development,
Right.
their property there, where we're supposed to give them water, and right now they're looking at about 5,000 gallons a
Right.
day, which is nothing, but that doesn't include the rest of the property. That taps us out.
Yes.
We have no more water for any other properties.
Correct.
So if you flip it over, the next page here should be the Shaw's one. So we have Shaw's here, and I put A, B, and C. A is Shaw's, B is CVS, C is another property that can be developed. So the Shaw's property has another spot that they can build on, and A also, C can also be built on. That would end up on the North Carver Water District because it's on the line, and they would have had to pay a betterment fee too.
Right.
So if you flip it over it again, then the next one is A is the Roby's property.
Right.
They paid a betterment fee.
Yep.
So, if they do anything on that property, we have no water for it, but there's also B, C, and D that go all the way back, that heaven forbid, if Roby's purchases those properties,
Does Roby's own these now?
he
or
does
no?
not, those are all privately owned by residents.
Yeah.
But if he goes in and says, hey, I wanna buy all these properties back there, it now opens that property up
Right.
to a huge lot. I'm looking at future possibilities. But even with just the Roby's, our water system's tapped.
Yeah.
We have no water for these, and they've paid betterments.
Yep.
So the DOR report, what I gave to you, that actually has in it numerous places this situation that we're in now. You need to think about this, back then in 2014. And they were just saying that because 28,000 gallons, sorry, not 28, where's the number? We had a company, Deacon's, that was getting water from us.
Which they no longer are, right?
Which they aren't, but they were then, who was helping us. But with that, I wanna say it was like 38,000 gallons a day or whatnot they were taking out.
36,000.
36,000, so, they were talking about that as an issue way back in 2014.
Right.
So, we're now in this position that we have to come up with some type of a plan to move forward, to compensate if these other businesses wanna go forward and start to be developed and us providing them water.
Right.
So, I have a statement I'll try to read through real quickly here, that I've thought about this a lot. And it'll probably make some people happy and other people not happy, but life goes on. I'll give you a copy of this.
Okay.
The North Carver Water District has become a vital resource for the economic development of North Carver area, from Plymouth Street to the Plimpton Town Line, focusing on high development areas of Shaw's property, Roby's property, Old Nocera property behind Noria, convenience store, and the URP area. All of these properties need water to complete any commercial or residential development. The existing water plant DEP permitted for 100,000 gallons a day. The plant was engineered to do this, but in current condition is not able to produce this amount. Upgrades are needed. Developers are now on the horizon with the URP in North Carver having 2 potential property owners on that site as a start with future commercial growth. Also, the old Nacera property behind Noria preparing for development of his property. We also have the Roby's property, Shaw's property, and that can still be developed. Each property is requiring water from the North Carver Water District. They paid a betterment fee, from what I've been told. The development of the North Carver Water District in the town of Carver is not prepared for this type of development. This will take planning and funding from the North Carver Water District and the town of Carver. It will also need the assistance of the town of Middleborough and DEP. Filing permits to the FFA for a water tower, permits to DEP to expand the water draw from the sole source aquifer, permits from the Carver Conservation Commission. It will also entail the Carver Planning Board to assist in the staggering of development in that area. I've created a plan outlined below to help guide the North Carver Water District and the town of Carver to navigate these new developments. They're in different stages. Stage 1, we've already started to hire distribution operator supervisor to resolve the DEP issues and to help oversee the company to repair the North Carver Water position. This position will be hired for a 2-year contract and will not be town employees. Negotiate a contract with Middleborough to continue providing water to existing customers and future contaminated properties in the North Carver Water District. Provide emergency water repairs provide emergency water repairs, what water is provided to the Carver residents. Hire a company to inspect and evaluate, provide emergency repairs. We're in that process now. So stage 1 is almost done there. This company will provide expert knowledge in water system and provide valuable engineering services for the current future upgrades of our water plant. This includes addition of a water tower and how to upgrade for better water delivery. Stage 3 would be after we get the system up and running and we know it's ready to go. We hire a company to recommission the plant and to put the system back in line to provide water to existing customers. This will be a 3-year contract. The next is to install a gate valve north of the intersection of Plymouth Street and North Main Street. This will provide the North Carver Water District to provide water to commercial properties only and residents and other commercial properties from Plymouth Street south to continue on Middleborough water, and that's as long as we get an agreement with Middleborough. We need to seek grants for the installation of the water tower to increase water pressure and install the water tower. Once the water usage is calculated and the plant is running, producing potable water for customers, we can determine shutting the valve at Middleborough town line. Thus, all Carver properties are on town water. Seek changes from the legislation to the North Carver Water District special legislation. Convert oversight of the North Carver Water District to the town of Carver. The Board of Selectmen will be commissioners along with, and my recommendation is a resident appointed by the Select Board to also be a commissioner. New water department will be created with a water supervisor, a secretary, pipe fitters, and other employees as needed. All equipment needs to be purchased to repair all of our water lines. Now, I don't think at this point doing this part of it, the special legislation, should be done now. I think it should wait till next year. For the mere fact is, let us get the plant up and running. Us hire the company that's going to be in there. Therefore, we can move on. And this is because the group that we have here, we're not able to really run a whole water department. Totally understand. This is what we're working toward, is hiring a water department. It's going to take a lot of time and effort to do that, and I don't think we're able to do that. I want to make sure that the Board of Selectmen understand that as water commissioners, you guys are in charge of the water system. You can defer the management of it by to your town administrator or other employees, but you guys are in charge. You guys have to take a vital role in the water, whether it's the quality, the running of the system. That means you have to go there. All right, you have to see what they're doing, how they're doing it. You cannot just sit back and let what happened before happen now, especially if we're going to end up putting millions of dollars into this system. The next part would be to hire an engineering firm to create an addition to the existing water plant to increase water output to 200,000 gallons a day. That's going to need to seek permit from DEP to increase that water output. That's going to be very difficult because we're all under the sole source aquifer. Middleborough's drawing the same thing, so they have to understand that, in my opinion, DEP's looking at us as we need to get our ducks in a row. What's been going on for years can't happen anymore, so they're going to probably be looking at us and saying, we're not going to give you anything until we know you can manage it correctly. And hopefully they're seeing that we're starting to do that. We need to seek funding, grants for expansion of the water plant. There's plenty of federal grants out there we can go search for. We need to add on to the existing water plant to accommodate this increased use, whether it's converting it over to a sand and chlorine-based system, like Middleborough has, so in case we get more water and they have problems, we can send water the other way. Or it's just adding on to it and keeping the same type of system we have and concern ourselves with us. A timeline I'm putting out here is that for stage 1 and 2, which we're in the process, by July of 2025, we have those 2 positions hired and they're starting working on it. Stage 3 would be from July 2025 to December 2025. That's to repair the plant, get it up and running, have it recommissioned. Then stage 4 would be January 26th to December 26th. That gives us a whole year to get a water tower hooked up and seek permits. And that's not to increase it yet. Stage 5 would be July 2026 to July 2027. That's where we're going to start seeking to increase our permits. And then after that, July 27 to July 28, we start looking at putting the addition on. In conclusion, this plan, in my opinion, is a sensible reaction to the potential commercial development and residential development. This allows for a seamless transition instead of a hostile transition from the North Carver Water District control to the town of Carver control. It is imperative that the Board of Selectmen have a vital role in the working of the North Carver Water District and all the water operations in this town. Oversight cannot be just the town administrator and employees. The Board of Selectmen needs to be involved in the planning and development of the North Carver Water District. This is why I have included one resident as part of the Water Commissioners, so there is someone who will report issues and not be under the control of a town administrator. The past cannot happen again. Mismanagement and lack of oversight cannot happen. We are talking about our residents and taxpayers that will be ultimate payers of this actions of the past. Robert Belvin, North Carver Water District. So I think this plan is sensible for the future development, because we have to look at our future, because our future is now, with commercial development in that area and potential residential development with MBTA. Everyone's looking at that, and water is going to be an issue. If these people have already paid a betterment fee, then we got to provide them water. And we also have Route 44 Construction LLC that they want to do their urban renewal plan over there, and they want to develop their property, and we just got to give them water because they can't have it. So these are very concerning to me, that we provide water and we have to speed up the process of getting our system back up and running. So, any thoughts on that?
No, just like,
All right, get you a copy of that, and
well, you have this. Can I take this one?
yeah, you can take that. Yeah, so take a look at it, and this is good development for the town. You have to understand is that water is an issue, yes, but if people start building, we have increased taxes coming on, and the DR report estimated somewhere around $5 million or more of increased tax revenue. So we may not make the money on the water end, but if you look at the other hand of taxes given into this town, whether it be the commercial or the residential aspect of it, you also have excise taxes that are coming in and other usage of the town, plus people utilizing all of our other restaurants and gas stations and everything else, our stores, supermarkets. We have to look at the future. So our future is now. We need to put the money into the water system. And we can handle it up to a point as a district, in my opinion. But once we start hiring employees to actually work, where we have to pay them their wages, their benefits, health insurance, retirement, that's something the town is better off suited to do. But in my opinion, we do need a water department for that. So, that's that. Next is Millboro agreement. I don't know where that is.
I need an MOU from the lawyer.
Okay, so I contacted the lawyer. I said, all right, did you talk to him about that?
I left him a message, and then you were gonna.
Okay,
check
so
it.
yeah, so I did talk to him. He's writing it up. I said, this needs to happen now.
Basically, he said, keep it simple. When I
Right.
spoke to Middleborough, one page that if there's an interruption in service, Middleborough will open the valve,
Right,
or they'll support water. you
right.
know.
So, I added that they will help us with, issues of, if a pipe goes down or whatnot, they'll assist with that.
Okay.
But I gave him the prior ones. I gave him all the other agreements that we had, so he has those two that he can reference back from.
And they said, keep it open-ended, like, don't put any.
Right, and that's what I did tell him. I did tell him
Yeah.
that, all right? So, but with the plan that I'm instituting here, this is really vital that basically this is gonna cover us for the next 5 years with Middleborough, if they can do that part. If we put a gate valve in, that'll extend that time period for
Right.
us to get everything done. And then hopefully within 5, 6, 7 years, when we get an increase of water, and we can now take on our whole town services, having a department, then go ahead and we can shut the valve off and say, okay, we're good now. We can actually do it. It's a long-term plan, but it has to get done. We already talked about the garage door repair. The bathrooms, when their garage guy's there, they said, where's the bathroom? I says, it's right there, and the light doesn't work in it. So and the cobwebs are all in it. So, and the water's not working in there now because the water plant's not working. So we need to buy alcohol cleanup for it, and we gotta clean it up, because anybody that does work in there, they gotta use the bathroom. So I'm not gonna clean it. I think I've put enough time and effort right now. So I think that's the next order of business, to hire someone to go in there and clean it up.
Okay.
And then we also have, do we hire them to clean the whole building?
It doesn't look, I mean, I've been in a couple plants in the last couple months. It's in pretty good shape, some of the stuff I've seen out there, so.
Well, I just wanna get all the little dead bugs and everything that are all up, the mice poop and up. There's a couple more dead mice in there too, just let you know.
Yeah,
So
probably
they're
from
doing
that
their
door.
job.
Probably from the door.
Probably, but even still, they were caught in the traps, so that's good. And a dead one I took care of. So otherwise, do you wanna, because we're talking about hiring somebody,
You're gonna need 3 quotes for the cleaner, well, yeah, 3 quotes, right?
right? So we'll need 3 quotes for a cleaner for that. Like I said, it's not really big area, but it's, like I said, just taking care of it.
How big is that, what's the square footage of that building? Is it 5,000 square feet?
Yeah, somewhere on there. So, do you wanna go try to find a
Yeah.
couple of cleaners for it? And
Yeah, I can find out.
the big thing is the mice poop.
Yeah.
That they have to be able to protect themselves for it. I've gotten sick from it. Okay, any comments from you?
No.
Okay, total light replacement. Now that we're having people come in, we need those lights done. And the outlets, the phone still doesn't work because the outlets don't work. I tried to test it and reset it and just not working, GFCIs. So we have that one bid right now, from John Weber. I will go seek out 2 other ones from people that already give it, using the same format. I won't tell them how much, but, just to get a different price tag on that.
Yep.
So hopefully our next meeting, in February, we have to set that date, 'cause I don't think we have yet. Not sure if we did or not.
I don't think we did.
February, nope. So we have the 12th, the 26th. The 12th will probably be the best, due to the fact that the bids should be in by then.
5 o'clock.
Yeah. So we'll do that. 5 p.m.
Say the 11th or 12th?
The 12th, that's a Wednesday, right? Did I look at that right?
12th, yep.
That one, add. All right. So that'll be our next meeting. And hopefully we'll have a distribution operator by then. If not, then we're gonna do something else. All right, the DEP's interested, they wanna know where we're at with that. They wanna open up the consent order that was put on, the draft one. They wanna get that one resolved. And there may be more coming too if we don't get a distribution operator. All right, that's it, that's all I have for today. Do you have anything?
I don't have anything.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Seconded? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're done.